Welcome to the Vinny Rock Podcast.
Much more than this, I did it
Did you just start with that?
I didn't mean to, but I did. Yeah, I had a beer. I'm at my one beer, and I just burped. My bad. Yeah. Dude, so we are kind of on a crazy schedule because Steele's going to be going out of town. I'm going to be going out of town, and so we're trying to catch up on some shows real quick, and then when I get to L.A., while Steele's on vacation, I'll be knocking out some hopefully podcasts with other people from L.A. because I'm going to be out there anyways doing some filming for who knows what. Either way, so we decided to get a podcast in tonight, and that'll be the last one until you get back from vacation with me and you, and then we'll start doing some with some other people until we figure it out, right?
That's right, yeah, beginning of November.
Beginning of November, awesome. And so, dude, this microphone, we're going to have to figure this out. This fucking microphone right here. Either way, and so we decided to jump down here, get a quick session in, and we were trying to think about what to talk about. And one thing we've kept talking about for the past probably week is just weird shit, right? Like really weird things.
Unexplainable things. And that's also to go with, like, we were talking about pet peeves too, things that annoy the shit out of us. We're actually getting a lot of good comments because we just posted a little while ago.
Did we? Good.
Yeah,
so we'll get to that halfway through the show.
Yeah.
We'll get to those comments, and dude, that's going to be one of those things, man. Go ahead.
We got to say sorry to a lot of people out there. We put a post out about shoutouts, and it's not.
I don't even know where it's at.
I can't find it. It's not on there anymore.
I can't find all the shoutouts, so we'll do another shoutout post, and then we'll be able to give some shoutouts to all you guys out there. I mean, just real quick off the top of our heads, you want to just throw some shoutouts out?
Yeah, what's up? Garrett White, my buddy, and
there you go.
And
there
Chico
you go.
there.
Yep, I got. Let's see. I'll start in California. Some of my friends there. You got Ramon Oliveira. You got Oli Boy. Let's see, you got all the Drinker Bros in California, NorCal, SoCal. Drinker Bros all over the freaking world, first of all. Let's just say that. Drinking Bros everywhere. I don't even have to keep going with Drinking Bros.
You got a lot of subgroups.
Yeah, there's a lot of subgroups. But besides Drinking Bros, let's see, just some people, obviously all my Border Patrol friends, all my Border Star buddies and my BORTAC buddies, all that with Border Patrol that's honored first. Let's see, my CCA prison guys. You know, the guys I used to work in the prison with, those are my boys. Monroe High School. And if you went to Monroe High School, what's up? Thank you for everything. I'm a Monroe Viking, 1999 prom king. Don't worry about that. Not a big deal.
I like how I got one and you got...
You can keep going.
Well,
go ahead. Who do you got?
I was just thinking like we could do one or two and then...
Yeah, we'll just throw them out right now. We got some time.
Yeah, I just got to say that's up to my boys back in my hometown, Susanville.
There you go.
Big Money West, Jason.
I spent some time out there, met some of the boys.
You were there at the Lassen County Fair.
We did the Lassen County Fair.
Bubba? Yeah, you were there with Bubba hanging out?
We walked laps and laps for days.
Yeah, it's a small fairground.
It was crazy. And then what else? Who else is there? We could say what's up to Tyson Martin.
Yeah, Tyson
dude.
Martin. I hope he's listening.
Yep, Tyson Martin. Let's go. Let's see who else. Let's go some randoms, man. Let's see another Kentucky buddy I got is Nick Stephanopoulos. Nick Stephanopoulos is my Greek friend out there. That's where I actually started jiu-jitsu with. He's the guy.
Oh, okay.
So that's back in 2001.
If some of my boys back in San Luis Obispo area listen to this and if I don't give them a shout out, they'd probably be pretty pissed.
Yeah, there you go. You got
like my brother Tanner Blackman.
Yeah, you got yeah.
And then my boys back in Payette, my brother-in-law, family back there.
Where's Payette? What's
Payette,
that?
Idaho.
It's
the West Boys. It's a small town on the border. So.
All right,
I think about the top of my head.
I got my buddies, Rafa. That's my boy out in Arizona. I got a lot of buddies in Arizona. My brother, he's a Chandler firefighter. What's up, bro? My nephew, he's an EMT out there. It's Jovan. Yeah, Jovan. Actually, someone hit me up and said, "Hey, is your nephew an EMT?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my nephew." He goes, "Small world." Like, not really. It's my fucking nephew.
There's a lot of Arguses out there, but there's not
a lot of my family out there. But either way, get a shout out to my dad, Cutman Carlos, and my mom. This podcast will probably be out for about 3 weeks because we have two other we're backing in there. So
a couple of good ones coming up too.
A couple good ones. Well, one's different. The debate. We did a kind of not even a debate. It was actually just an open conversation with my buddy Damian Ritter.
Yeah, shout out to Damian right there.
Shout out to Damian. And we just talked about the whole controversy between the kneeling and Kaepernick. So if you guys are interested in hearing my views on that, that should be out soon. Yeah, you guys might have heard it by the time this comes out. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, most likely.
Either way, well, we can put this one before it if we want.
Yeah, we can do all of it.
We do whatever the fuck we want. It's our podcast.
That's right.
Here you go. All right, guys. So here's the crazy thing. me and Stu have been talking, man. We've been talking about some of the weirdest shit that happens in our life. One of the things that I've always been fascinated with is time travel, right? Like whether it's legit or not and all this stuff, I can say right now I don't think it is, but dude, there's a lot of these stories we find on YouTube and like on the internet. And obviously, anything on the internet is not true, but there's some really crazy ones. And the one I was telling you about, Stu, was about the guy that showed up somewhere and had a passport and identification from an actual, like, it looked legit. And back in the day when there's not anyone really doing fraudulent documents.
Yeah, the man from Torrid.
There you go.
Torrid, whatever.
Torrid or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys aren't familiar with the story, so this is a gentleman that popped up out of nowhere. He was hit by a car, correct?
No, this was the
this
one.
Is a different one.
This is the guy that flew into Japan.
Yes.
On business.
That's right.
And
he said he's been flying for a while. He's been going.
Yeah, he had a passport. It looked legit. He had money from different European countries, money for Japan. He spoke fluent French. He spoke fluent Japanese.
And then they were with the location that he was from doesn't exist.
Yeah, the country doesn't exist.
The country doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
And so this freaking guy is trying to tell them guy this, and so they end up putting him in a hotel. Right? They looked at all his information. Everything looked legit, but for the fact that
confused the shit out of him.
Right? Everything looked legit, but besides the fact that it didn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
The fucking country never existed.
So they asked him. They're like, okay, They took a map and they're like, point where your country's out of. Where's your country at?
And where he pointed, it existed, but it wasn't the name.
Yeah, it was Andorra. Like it's between Spain and France.
Correct.
That's where he was. And then when he seen it, that was a different name. He got all upset and pissed about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so then they ended up putting him up in a hotel. I guess really to further investigate the situation.
Yeah, they did, until they knew what to do with him, they put him at the hotel and they put guards at his door.
Right. Come the next morning, he was gone.
Him and all of his belongings.
Dude.
And so that's like one of those, that's another Mandela effect. Like
potentially Mandela effect, potentially aliens, potentially time travel. You don't know. We don't know if it was a Mandela effect kind of concept. We don't know if this was maybe an alien. Right? Like, I don't know. You don't know if this was actual fucking time travel and this guy just stepped on the wrong fucking hole or some shit.
Well, he said he'd got on the plane. Those stories where you get on a plane, they just go somewhere else. But said his country has been existed for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the nutty fucking thing, dude. Like just saying that when you said that one, Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stories about that one. What do you know about that? When I was a kid, I told you I started investigating all this weird shit like this.
Oh, there's a few of them. I don't remember. I can't remember what it was called. Like Flight 19.
Yeah.
The bomber.
Right.
I don't know. It was back in the 50s or something.
Yeah. And there's also the Amelia Earhart. They say maybe that was one of the.
Where she got lost in there somewhere.
Potentially. Who knows?
Yeah. That. I think it was Flight 19. I have to double check on that. But it was a Navy mission. The guy was on a training mission. Said he got lost. All of his equipment went bad.
Yeah.
And they sent 5 more planes out to search for him. All of them got lost too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just
wild shit out there, dude. It throws me off, right? It throws me off to think that there's some kind of phenomenon out there. But I believe in it. I believe in it because to me it's like too much weird shit out there. Like, how do you not believe in that?
Well, if you look at the Bermuda Triangle, like the amount of planes and ships and everything that gets lost there and equipment malfunctions, it's astronomical compared to all the other areas, pretty much.
Dude, here's another. Steve was telling me this crazy story this morning, and I was like, you got to be freaking shitting me about this one. Dude, he was telling me about the Green Kids.
Yeah, the Green Kids of Wolf Pit.
What is that?
Wool Pit, whatever. So it was back in like late 1100s, early 12th century, pretty much, late 12th century, and these farmers in this area. They found these 2 children,
right?
And they were green, they had green color.
These are human kids, though.
Yeah,
right?
they look
human appearance.
They look normal, but they were green in color.
Fucking green skin, dude.
And they spoke in a different language that nobody understood. And apparently,
what years was this again?
Like late, like in the 12th century, so late 1100s, early 1200s.
Fucking nuts.
And then the boy ended up passing away because he was sick.
For some reason they weren't able to get him. So the kids were only eating beans.
Yeah, they would only eat
raw beans,
like a raw certain kind of bean.
Yeah, so they wouldn't eat regular food, and so this kid was pretty much just becoming now malnourished and
yeah, he got sickly and he died. Yeah. And then the girl ended up. It was a brother and sister, and the girl ended up getting healthier. She started eating, and then she learned English, and she said that They lived in a place called St. Martin's Land. It was under the ground.
You gotta be kidding me, dude.
And so, the sun didn't come up. It was only like a twilight look, like that they had there.
Yeah.
And she said that her and her brother were out herding her father's cattle when they heard a loud bang, and they couldn't see, and they started following this cattle, and they were following bells.
The bells and the cattle.
Yeah, the bells were the cattle or something. They started following the sound, and the next thing they knew, they were above ground.
They were on Earth. They were on Earth or whatever. Yeah, they were above ground. So here's the crazy thing to me. You said the 12th century. When?
Yeah,
what?
12th century.
So like, it probably wasn't unheard of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people did live under. I don't know. It just sounds crazy as fuck. Like, what makes you green? Is that because you're not getting the sunlight? Is it because your diet is fucking a bunch of fucking vegetables? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, there's just so many crazy unexplained things out there. I mean, if those kids, if it's underground, they're probably not eating something.
That is one of the wildest stories I've heard in a long fucking time, dude. And shit like that fucks my mind up. Let's go back to time travel. Because here's the theories of time travel, right? Like, I guess, I'm acting like I know the theories of time travel. I do not know the fucking theories of time travel.
The wormholes and all that.
Right, but yeah, exactly.
The math's there. The math is there to do, time travel.
But whether our bodies can handle the travel is the issue, right? Like, it's pretty much trying to bend time, not so much, and so that's the weirdest thing. Fucking throws me for a loop. It's kind of like a black hole, right?
Absolutely.
It's just confusing. It's just this.
Well, this is how many stories are out there about people flying, like planes or boats, and all of a sudden it's just like they're whisked away into somewhere other place.
Oh, dude!
You never know if people are making stuff up,
right?
But I mean, if you believe
it's a conspiracy, it's
conspiracy.
the government or some shit, dude.
But there's always something crazy like that going on. It's happened all the way through time, like stories
dude, it's like, it's one of those things for me. Is like, it intrigues the fuck out of me. Like, you've seen some of those videos on YouTube where there's women in like the fucking 50s, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and video. Like, when they just started doing video, chicks walking and looks like they have a cell phone in their hand.
Yeah, it was a Charlie Chaplin film, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then so during a scene, this lady walks by and it looks like she's talking on a phone.
Fucking cell phone.
Have you seen that? Did you see the picture?
Yes.
Yeah,
she's fucking talking on a cell phone or something to the point where she's talking. Dude, Zach Morris didn't have a phone that small, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's
it looked like she had like an iPhone or something.
Dude, it threw me for a loop. Oh my god, I lose my shit on. I won't sleep tonight thinking of all these.
Well, there's one at a Tyson fight too.
No, what's that one?
So it's the same thing. Like, I think it's a Tyson fight. It's a boxing match, and they got this picture there, and there's a person in the crowd. It looks like they're holding up
a phone recording,
like a phone recording, like how people do now.
Back in the day, they didn't have it.
Oh no, this was like in the 80s, like 86 or something like that.
Holy fuck, that would fucking blow my mind. I gotta look at that one, dude. Did you see about the hipster time traveler?
Yeah, the hipster time traveler is a good one.
Well, you know what? Has that been debunked?
I don't know if it's been debunked. I mean,
dude,
I've only seen it. I haven't really looked too heavy.
So I looked a little into that one because if you guys don't know the hipster time travel, you guys can Google that and find that. All it is a gentleman in the crowd of a bunch of men. Looks like in a game somewhere in the 20s, 30s, 40s era. They're out there in their old cars and their old outfits. Most of them have suits on. And there's older gentleman kind of look. And then you have one homeboy that looks like he has almost a loose fade for a hairstyle, some sunglasses on, a hooded sweater with a shirt, right? And it just does not fucking
He looks like a
time.
younger Doc Brown.
Right.
Like from
dude.
Back to the Future kind of thing.
Dude, that's... Imagine, dude.
Yeah.
It's
like he really figured it out.
Man, it's so fucking weird. I think that's why movies like Back to the Future and shit like that have always intrigued me, dude. Because you can't even tell me. Back to the Future, was it 2 where the almanac?
Yeah,
the
where
sports almanac.
Yeah, he goes into the future. He goes into the future.
You can't tell me you didn't fucking think about that and be like, wouldn't it be the greatest thing to have?
I was just gonna ask you if you could go back, where would you go and like what would you do?
Oh, that's easy. Western. I go to the Western days.
Like six shooters?
Like fucking White Earp type shit. Yeah, dude. I want to go fuck dudes up, dude. I want the time where you're sitting in a bar and dude says some fucking rude ass shit to you and you just fucking smoke them and everyone goes, all right, let's get back to drinking. I've always wanted to do. When I was younger, I wanted to be Billy the Kid. I thought it was the fucking greatest. Like the scene where he's sitting there at the bar and he goes, yeah, I shot Billy the Kid. He goes, really, with that gun? Can I see it? And dude, how fucking dope is that, right? Like obviously Billy the Kid was kind of a dick.
Yeah, William Bonney.
Well, yeah, but the point was, I love that era. I think Young Guns is really like I grew up fucking.
Oh, watched it. We used to watch it all the
That's
time.
it. That's the one.
Loved it.
And so I would have loved to gone back in the time where maybe Wide Earp and I'd be there with Duck and just
Drink, sipping on your whiskey.
Yeah, sipping on the whiskey. How about you? What would you go?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, for me to go back in time like that in that area, it's just like the tuberculosis, the things you could have died from, like
Yeah,
but,
yeah, probably. So then, where would you go?
I don't know. I kind of would like to go into the future instead of back in time.
The future? What? Dude, that scares me.
Maybe like at least 100 years.
100 years, dude, that scares me. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna put the button for 100 years, and you're gonna show them there's gonna be nothing. You're gonna be like, shit, everyone's on Mars already.
I'm the only guy living on Earth.
Yeah, you're sitting there, you're looking around like, oh fuck.
I
You
miss
look
the
up and you
boat.
see fucking there's signs up in the fucking Mars, and people are waving like fucking welcome home and shit.
Everybody's got time travel already. This is not a
They're
big
like,
deal.
Dude, where the fuck have you been, asshole? You're sitting there fucking with shoes and you're walking. These guys got hoverboards and shit, dog.
I've been in 2017. They're like, whoa.
Someone shows them, picks you up
I
like
didn't
an
even think
Uber.
about. I'm gonna have to.
It's a flying Uber. He shows them and goes, "What the fuck are you doing in
That'll
California?"
be $10 trillion to your flight to Mars.
Yeah. What are you doing in Earth? Gross.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you can't go that far ahead because you have no fucking clue where this is going. You know, no fucking clue where this is going.
You just messed my mind up, man.
Yeah, you didn't think about that.
I'm gonna
one.
have to think about
at least
it now.
I know. At least we have a guarantee in the fucking past.
Yeah, I already know it's back
Yeah, it's already
there.
been there. I know that's there.
I don't know, maybe something to go and see like how they built the pyramids or something.
That'd
Because
be
that's kind of
fucking
a little
nuts.
bit of a mystery.
That's one of those mysteries.
I would see. That's the thing. There's all these mysteries out there. There's so these unexplained things.
It's fun though.
I would
dude.
love to have like be able to just know those and answer those.
They've kind of
things.
figured that one out, though. They've talked about. I mean, for how much time it took for them to put those pyramids together, it's a little weird. But they've talked about how to do it by stacking, dirt and creating little leverage points, and as well as putting little rollers, like a bunch of wood on the floor. You could push a fucking, 20
like
20
how people
ton
move safes nowadays.
Right.
Just there's some pipe under there.
Yeah, so exactly. So they've kind of figured it out, but man, I don't know if they really did, right? Because it's nutty. They're crazy to see how big. I mean, am I correct? I think it's one of the so there's 3 pyramids out there, correct? 3 really big ones.
Yeah,
well-known ones.
they're right there next to each other, and there's like
And
another small one.
One big ass one,
Yeah.
right? What's that biggest one? Is it called like the Great Pyramid? Am I correct? Something like that?
Yeah, it's Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramids, Great Pyramid.
if
I know
I'm-
Gaz. I think Gaz is one of the names.
If
of
I'm
them.
correct, there's one of them that lines up during a certain day, and the light goes exactly right down it, or some fucking nutty ass thing.
I think that was Raiders of the Lost Ark or one of the Indiana Jones movies.
No, I'm
I'm just,
dude, yeah, well, that was a great movie, and it was based off fucking factual events.
oh, the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Yes, see about that. Something about a light, if the summer solstice or some weird ass shit.
Well, I think a lot of those back then, a lot of that time was aliens help people,
People talk about that.
create that kind of.
They say
help
that shit.
Egyptians create that kind of stuff.
That's what's
and-
scary because have you seen some of the hieroglyphics and stuff where it had like a space-looking dude, and you're like,
Yeah, there's
fuck, that's another one of those things, dude. Fuck, that makes my stomach.
that's something you don't see every day.
I don't want to fucking talk about that one. Let's skip to. Let's
Well,
get
I think you're right with the pyramids. Like they do something for astronomy wise.
right, astronomy wise, yeah, it's
You
something
know,
to do with stars line
lines
up and
in the
this,
stars
all
and
this
stuff
weird
like
ass
that.
shit, which is fucking genius shit though. Because even this today, like I couldn't even make a sundial if I wanted to,
Well, I read.
or sundial. That's
Yeah.
a sundial.
They make those too.
Make it out of sand.
I read a post the other day where a man way back in the Egyptian days,
Yeah.
like basically you just use simple math to figure out the circumference of the Earth.
Really?
Yeah, the complete circumference of it. And all
So
he,
so they're saying it's round.
yeah, so that's what it was. It proved the theory that the Earth was round. So what he did was he took a
Really?
stick, put it in the ground where he was at, in the shadow it cast at a certain time of day.
Yeah.
It was a certain degree, and there was another place that he took the stick to a certain distance away, put the stick in, and there was no shadow. So he used the angle of the shadow and distance, and he.
So that guy just debunked the whole argument that the world's flat.
Yeah, like thousands of years ago.
But I think a lot of people have done that, right?
Yeah, I've never even like the theory is just so crazy to me. The whole flat Earth theory.
Have you not looked into that?
No, I know. It's to me, it's just so crazy for me. I don't even want to waste time looking
Dude, you
into it.
should, because it'll fuck with you. Here, check this out. So if the world was turning, if the world was turning right now, if I essentially jumped up in the air and it's turning from point A, I should be actually moving to point B because of the rotation of the Earth.
Gravity, though. Like, what I think the Earth spins it like 1,000 miles an hour or something like that.
Which is super fast, right?
Yeah.
So think about this. So then an airplane eventually was, if it was going to be, so if it moved from left to right, let's just say from California to New York, it's kind of the direction of travel from California moving to New York. If I was going to fly to New York, I would get on the plane, it would get off the ground, and it would just sit there and wait for the Earth to rotate to it, and then it would just go ahead and land. Because if it was going 1,000 miles.
Oh, is this one of the theories?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see that.
You're seeing what I'm saying? So if it fucking rotates 1,000, would you say 1,000 what?
It's about 1,000 miles an hour, I think.
So 1,000 miles an hour. How far is freaking New York?
About 3,400 miles, 3,000. Oh, from here? I mean, from...
So it's some probably...
So it should take you 3 hours, technically, for it to get there.
Yeah, of just floating in top and then just land right on top of it.
But I think gravity just keeps you there.
You think gravity keeps you in the air? What?
I think gravity keeps you...
Why is that why you have to travel directional?
Yeah.
Weird.
So there's another trippy thing. The math works on this one, too. So if you were to dig a hole...
Yeah.
In some spot on Earth, and let's just say you would go just straight down.
Yeah.
And you dug it all the way
just keep going.
All the way to the other side of the Earth. If you were to jump in that hole, and if you'd fall all the way down there.
Yeah.
And when you pass the center, and at the time you pass the center, it would start to draw you back up. So technically, when you reach the other side,
yeah,
the math works where you would just stop right there.
So where do you end up?
On the other side. And it would take like 42 minutes, I think, is what it is.
wait a minute! You just fucking what?
Okay, so you
what?
So the theory is
so the Earth is here. I drill a hole directly down the center and all the way down. So I'm here in fucking Utah. I'm digging down a hole. I end up in China. Let's just say that.
Yeah, just
okay, just for reference here, so people listening can understand whatever the fuck you're talking about. But I'm gonna jump. I jump in. I go through Utah all the way down to the Earth's core, and then I end up in Japan in 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Standing.
It's like 42 minutes or 24 minutes or something like that.
But
no, it's just, it's the way the math works is if you go through.
Yeah.
And then, so the center of the Earth is drawing you down to it.
Yes.
And you're
so
going
gravity.
Instead of gravity, you're going such a high rate of speed that you'll pass it.
Yeah.
And you keep passing it, but it's, so like you're flip-flop now. So now it's trying to draw you back up.
So it's trying to slow you down, but it's not because you're going fast enough that you can't slow down, and so you end up going right back to the normal pace that you started.
Yes.
From a standstill.
From 0 to 0. You can go 0 all the way speed.
There you go. Now I understand.
Okay.
So you're going from 0 miles per hour, and you're going so fast that gravity itself cannot slow you down once you get past the point of midsection. Let's say that.
Yeah, the center, yeah.
At the center, and then so you're going so fast. Now gravity's trying to pull you down, and it slows you down just perfectly to the point where you land on your feet.
Yeah, technically, yeah. No, but this is the thing. You could do it from anywhere to any point. So it'd be like from California to New York. If you did a hole that went like that, it would suck you in there, and it would take the same amount of time no matter where.
Get the fuck out of here!
So you gotta.
I'm gonna look into that one. What is that called?
I don't know what it's called.
I'm gonna Google.
I think it was a Neil deGrasse Tyson thing.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
deGrasse Tyson. You know who?
I don't even know. Neil, I know. No.
The astrophysicist. He's good.
Yeah, the guy was a genius. Obviously, that's fucking weird. Damn, that's weird.
Yeah, it is a trip. When I've heard it, I can't. I think it's 42 minutes or 24 minutes or something like that. But the time,
oh gosh,
it technically can take.
Well, this is kind of like you're talking similar stuff to the Mandela effect, and I've had a lot of people hit us up. Have you read those? A lot of the messages about Mandela effect, people going nuts. Sinbad one. I've gotten so many people hit about Sinbad, but they talk about. Who is it that they say was messing with black matter, I believe it was, or negative matter? What is it called?
Antimatter? There was a scientist. I can't remember where he was out of. I wish I could remember this.
But recently, excuse me, DARPA, right? DARPA, what is DARPA?
You know that one more than I do, that DARPA story.
What is DARPA?
I'll look it up right now.
DARPA, if I remember correctly, is going to be some scientific type shit. They've created a machine that can create antimatter. And in doing so, the antimatter is why they say... Because antimatter essentially is a black hole, if you will, correct? Something to the fact of that?
I know that they know that the antimatter exists because it bends light.
What's bends light?
So, it's...
Because it bends the light.
Yeah.
It bends the light as in a actual light beam.
Something like... Yeah, so when they
Well,
their science stuff with it.
right. So there's
they can detect it.
So this is what happens. Still, it's something to do with they've created these crazy ass computers that have broken down things to like the finest and finest of particles, and something to do with these fucking machines.
Like a collider. Are you talking like a collider?
No, not like similar to this, but these machines are so fucking in depth that they were able to fuck with time travel through these genius ass fucking computers, and is why they say we have collided universes.
Oh, they think that that's what created it.
They think that they've created it accidentally by fucking up. That's the whole thing. That's why you're reading that.
Yeah. Okay. So DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, which is an agency of the United States government, defense, responsible for the development of emerging technologies for use by the military.
Right. So suppose these fucking super crazy, badass computers that fucked with the universe's, I guess
The parallel universes.
Yeah, the parallel universes, right? And so like that's when these are the kind of things that like they're it's the unexplainable.
So if you like were to think of like taking two flat pieces of paper, they're not touching, but they're away from each other.
They're parallel.
Yeah, so you're thinking like the DARPA like punched holes in that paper, and that's where.
That's correct. That's exactly it. Okay. Or at some point, two universes came together.
Like at certain points in the
right,
paper,
so
there.
Both these pieces of paper got stapled. So now you have two universes moving at the same. There's one guy said, "Yeah, we all died in 2012, man," and I'm like, "What the fuck did that mean?" Bro?
2K really happened,
right? Well, that's what they're saying. People are saying that Y2K is the what brought the two universes together.
Okay.
Remember, everyone was so nervous about Y2K.
Oh, and people were freaking
Crazy.
out about it.
People, yeah. Well, that's what they're saying happened. Dude, trust me. All this, I can't even look at. If you're listening right now, just so you know, I know I sound like a complete fucking mess here. I don't necessarily believe in half this shit, but I'm one of those people that research everything, and I don't let anyone tell me this is fact or this is not. I go and do it myself, and I kind of make an educated assumption of my own.
You did it today in the car on the car ride home.
With what? With what? What were they doing it with?
On unicorns.
Oh, motherfuckers, fucking with me. Here's kind of a cool thing. I don't really talk about religion too much on here, but my buddies were like giving me shit. They're like, "Hey, why does the Bible talk about unicorns?" You know? And I was like, "Fuck, dude, I didn't really know that, or I think I've heard it, but I didn't really pay attention to it." And he's like, "Yeah, man, it talks about unicorns 9 times." And so it fucked with my head. So what I do, I started going research.
You got kind of pissed about it.
I did, because you know what? It made me. I love being questioned. I also love that something I don't understand, so I have to look it up. So I was getting mad, like, dude, I've never heard of that, and I didn't have an answer for them, and that fucked with me, right? And so I went online and started looking at, dude, I found this dope ass video and it explained the interpretation of unicorn was exactly that, a one-horned animal, and it's actually the rhinoceros. And if you look to the Latin interpretation in the Bible was actually referencing a rhinoceros. And so it's kind of a weird thing, and it's actually used multiple different times in the biblical sense. And if you look at it during the interpretation of the Latin, it goes into the rhinoceros. And so that's what they say it is. Again, you question it, research it, figure it out for yourself. That's another one of those weird ones.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a dictionary lesson today too. That's like 200 years ago.
Yeah, 200 years ago.
In the Webster's Dictionary.
Webster's Dictionary was the first version of Webster's Dictionary, and under the word unicorn, it said
That's rhinoceros.
The rhinoceros. Yeah, it said the single horn is a unicorn, and the rhinoceros, the rhinoceros that we know today with the 2 horns, is called a
I think binoceros or something like that.
Yeah, like a. No, it's binicorn. It's a binicorn.
Oh yeah, that's binicorn. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a binicorn. That's what it was. And then if you look in the reference for a rhinoceros, it actually goes to the unicorn. It says there's a 1 horn is a unicorn and the 2 horn is a binicorn. And so check it out. That's something kind of interesting today that I had to fucking research my ass off just to figure it out. But pretty cool. Here's one I haven't asked you before. I don't think I've asked you before. Ghosts. Another unexplainable. Wait. Let me see. Your personal experience. Have you ever felt like you've seen a ghost?
No, I can't say like I personally seen a ghost. But one of my good friends, Big Money West, I grew up with, great friend, truthful guy all the time, doesn't bullshit around. He tells you this ghost story that he has.
Yeah.
when he was living, outside of Reading, like with some of his buddies, and they give me the chills when he tells the story.
Fuck, dude.
Like, so I don't know.
I'm one of those dudes, dude, that if I saw a ghost, I'd fucking shit my pants. Like, all these people are like, I wouldn't be scared. Like, fuck you, dude.
Well, they're all friendly. They're not here to hurt you.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. If I saw a fucking being in my fucking house attempting to fucking cook fucking chips, or I don't know, whatever the fuck, I'm going to lose my shit. Right? I'm going to be like, this is not normal. This is fucked up, and I'm going to get scared. Well, even if it's grandpa, right? Like, even if my grandfather goes, Mijo, I'll be like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, what are you... Fuck! Dude, here's something crazy. So here's my little experience with ghosts.
So you've had...
Well, I'll tell you what I've had. I used to... my mother's from El Paso, Texas, from Chuco Town. And my grandfather passed away, man, probably now... 7, 8, 9 years ago. So I would still stay at my grandfather's house. My uncle ended up taking over. And when I'd stay there at night, he'd leave a radio going. He'd leave like the slow jams rolling at night. And it's just real subtle, small, not very loud at all, but I hear it. And so one day I was taking a shower at night. I decided to shut the radio off because I just wanted to save money off the electricity bill, and I went to sleep. All night, I heard walking up and down the halls. I'm talking like feet sliding like Grandpa used to do.
The shuffle?
Yes. And I'm assuming...
The Grandpa's shuffle?
Right. And I'm assuming it's my uncle. But my uncle's room is all the way down the hall from me. And these feet were sliding close to my door because my grandfather actually slept in the room next to me. And so I'd hear the feet go up there and going back. And I'm thinking, my uncle's just checking on the room, I guess. And multiple times, I'm like, man, if I can keep hearing... Like, what's he doing walking around all night? And then the next morning, I swear to you, dude, this is crazy. My uncle goes, Mil, did you turn off the radio? I was like, I did. Yeah, I didn't want to. He goes, no, man, leave it on, or else you'll hear Grandpa. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you telling me all night that's what I heard? I heard Grandpa just walking around? Scary, dude.
They leave the radio on at night so they don't hear.
Just Grandpa. So they don't hear it. Yeah. Because if you turn it off, you're gonna hear that, and that's fucked up.
The only thing I used to get really tripped out about, like my experience as a kid, was that in my house growing up, we had this picture from like the early 1900s. That was like,
I already got the chills.
Yeah, it was like my Aunt Nafy or something, my mom's great aunt or something like that. Just this really old picture.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You know how mostly old pictures just look like kind of creepy as it is,
Yeah.
But I didn't know back then that like when you look at pictures and wherever you're moving the room, the eyes follow you.
Oh, hell no.
So when I was a kid, I would look at that picture and I'd like move.
Yeah.
And the eyes are on me.
Dude.
And that used to just creep me out. And that's probably the scariest part.
You ever been scared of a serial killer? Like there's one famous in your area that's alive and like people are looking for him or something. Have you ever had that?
No. I grew up like watching like a lot of unsolved mysteries and, things like that. My mom was really big into true crime. There's one that I didn't know about until I was a little older. Yeah. It's called the Ketty murders.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
So it's like it's where I grew up in like it's in the Plymouth County area, like this real small, little tiny resort town. And this family basically just got massacred in this in this cabin. But nobody's ever been solved. Like it's never been solved.
Terrible. Here's the crazy thing. Where I grew up.
Yeah, you had a few of them down there.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest ones in my time, besides Manson, because I actually used to hang out in the Manson caves when I was younger.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's called in Chatsworth Park, man. We all used to go there and walk around all these little rocks, and there's Manson caves there, and we all knew it. We all knew, like, these, as we got older, I was like, oh, those are Manson caves.
It didn't freak you out?
Oh, of course it scared me, dude, but, like, you don't show your friends that shit. You don't show your friends that shit. You just man up. But, dude, one of the ones that actually tormented the neighborhoods was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, man. There was nights where my sister would wake up screaming, "The Night Stalker's here! The Night Stalker's here!" Just out of like, that's how much fear the city was over this dude, because he was, I mean, if you know the story behind him, he was just a kind of a druggie at first, and he ended up breaking into a house one time. If I believe it was an older lady, he ended up had a conversation with her. He ended up killing her, and he said he got such of a fucking feeling off of that. He loved it. And so then that's what he started thirsting for. He started thirsting for the murder. And so he started, I mean, dude, so bad. he was breaking into, I guess he started a pattern of breaking into houses on a corner and then turned into a pattern of houses that were yellow. So people were painting their houses that were yellow, painting them different colors, and then people were selling their houses that were on the corner because like terrified of this fucking dude gonna murder their ass. And he was a violent murderer, not just like,
I see he's demonic.
I mean, yeah,
He's
he
really
would
demonic.
do really terrible stuff, man. And then after he was done, he'd sit there and eat a sandwich. Like the guy was just disgusting. And then finally he tried to attack someone, I believe, and they were able to get a sketch. And the sketch was good enough to be able to identify him on the street. And the LA people, one guy saw him and called it out, and they all started attacking and beating his ass. The cops pretty much saved him from getting murdered from the fucking people in the streets. People in the streets they were terrified, and they were sick and tired of being terrorized by this motherfucker, dude.
You know, he's not the original Night Stalker.
Really?
Yeah, there was one before him. There's someone they called the Night Stalker before him, and he's never been caught.
Oh my goodness.
And he did almost the same kind of thing.
Well, I just watched a documentary about the Green River Killer.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy's a trip.
Bro. And then he has a daughter that's like, hey, that's my dad and I love him. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
There's that Night Stalker used to stay at this hotel in LA called I think it was called the Cecil Hotel.
Really?
And that's kind of one of those hotels where a lot of crazy things go on.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you ever heard the story about Elisa Lam. She's a college student that, like, he's got the videotape of her in the elevator, and she's kind of freaking out. Like,
it sounds familiar.
And like kind of keeps peeking out of the elevator to see if like somebody's watching her or whatever, like somebody's coming for her.
Oh, dude, I don't want to
she's trying to get the elevator door to close, and it won't close.
There's a video of this?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, disgusting.
And then she just ends up leaving the elevator, like walks away.
Yeah.
And that's the last footage of her. They end up finding her in the water tanks on top of the hotel in the water.
Ah, jeez.
But I mean, that's one of those stories that
there's so much crazy stuff out there.
It's just crazy, and it's not explained. It's one of those unexplainable things.
Oh man, change subject. Here's something crazy to me. I watched a video. It's called "Waking Life," and is an animated video that talked about dream state. Dreams. Yeah. What do you know about dreams? Just so you guys are listening, I asked Steele this because Steele knows a lot about a lot of weird shit. So I'm always curious to know what he knows first, and then I'll kind of give him the little small information that I know. But.
Well, I always know that dreams are people interpret dreams, and they always kind of have I feel that they have a kind of a backstory to.
What do you think of deja vu?
Deja vu is crazy. That's something.
Has it ever been? Has it been proven to be anything?
No, I don't think it's ever been proven, but. I feel personally I've experienced deja vu. Like,
I experienced
100%. Like,
I've experienced plenty of times
where it's happened, and I'll be like, I dreamt this like just a week ago. Like,
right,
I know I dreamt
plenty
this.
of times.
Yeah, and
it happens a lot. What did you? If you had to guess, if you had to make an idea of what do you think a deja vu is?
Well, there's this thing that I kind of believe in a little bit. It's called opening your third eye. It's where you can like kind of
a butthole. Are you now talking about a butthole?
It's like in your forehead. It's up in here.
Okay, got it.
So you go in those hyperbaric chambers, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so when you're in there,
sleep chambers, sleep deprivations, yeah.
And you go in there and you kind of just feel like you escape, right?
Yes.
That's essentially what opening your third eye is.
So explain to me the third eye. Explain to me this concept. Is this like a metaphor? Is this
It's like being in tune with your body and like.
But with what?
Just with nature, kind of thing. So
the connection to wherever it would come from.
Essentially,
right?
Like, so the alternate universe, like the
alternate universe, or here's kind of maybe a little bit better explanation of that is that we are all human beings and we are all derived from the same similar source of some kind of
creation
creation or
we're all connected in the same
correct
sense, like yeah.
A motherboard, if you will, that we've all come from. And so this is kind of like what I was going to talk about in dreams.
Yeah.
Same with the deja vu. So essentially, since we're all human beings, we've all been created with the same kind of. I don't know if you want to say creator or not. I don't even know how to explain that whatever it is, we are subconsciously connected. Is what they say, and there's some crazy tests about this, man. I tell you this. I heard off to Joe Rogan show this one fucking crazy scientist, but that's what the dreams. They say that they say for some reason it's impossible for you to dream someone that you've never met, but essentially been
their
connected.
Face,
their face, but you've been connected with them in some way, shape, or fashion.
Yeah, you've seen that face before,
as well as dreaming locations.
Really?
Yeah, they say that those locations potentially exist somewhere in this world. You didn't just fathom it up in your dream out of nowhere when sleeping during REM sleep and in just subconsciousness.
Yeah,
No.
like not everybody's an architect in their minds.
Right,
You know?
exactly. And so that location has existed somewhere in this world that someone else has seen, and that's why you can pull from their images and use them.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
Crazy, dude. That is one, like, crazy things like that blow my mind. Things like this. Things like that, and as well as, think about this. Have you ever tried to control a dream?
I think the only times I could ever try to control a dream is like when I'm running away from something.
Yeah, and tell yourself to wake up.
Yeah, or like when you jump off of something really high and you get that feeling like you're actually falling.
And you're like, oh shit, this is gonna hurt my ankles.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like, I don't know, you're like been in a fight, but you can't hit them. You can't hit the person.
Yeah, that means
Your hands are, you're sleeping on top of your
That's what I was
hands.
saying. You have a fear of what they say. You can't punch someone. It's like, it's an insecurity thing. Your penis doesn't get hard anymore. Like, what? No, that's not true.
I swear it's not
I
true.
swear it's not true.
Or like you'll punch somebody and it never hurts them.
Right. No, it's another insecurity thing. It's weird. They say like all these things come from insecurities. Like, so I get stressed out so much, but you know how I work. I have a million projects going on at once, and I try and do 100% every single one of those. So that's a stress factor of mine, right? And so I have a lot of the dreams that I'm driving, and I lose control.
Of the vehicle?
Oh my god!
Like on ice or something?
Bro, it's not ice. It's just I lose control. Either I'm going too fast, and all of a sudden the car. So this is what I feel. I feel the car shift to the left or shift to the right, and my head whips. Everything goes dizzy, and I know I'm spinning, and I'm getting ready to hit something, and it scares me. I'm like, boom, I'm up, dude.
It just automatically wakes you up.
Yeah, because I'm terrified. I'm thinking like, no, and I feel like my head is pulled to the side because the centrifugal force is making my. Dude, it's fucking scary. But that's
like you're really there doing it,
dude. Terrifying, and I have this so often. And I've mentioned it on one of my social media. I'll probably post again about it soon. And people are like, yeah, man, you're just doing too much. But you're out of control.
People really get in depth in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
they know what's.
That's what they say. They say that it's because you feel like you're out of control. You're doing too much. And so I'm like, damn, it's fucking wild, man. But that's the thing about it. So let me do what I was talking about with Joe Rogan. There's a doctor that, not even a doctor, he talks about this, but the scientific studies where there was the same species of mouse in California, of mice in California, and the same species of mice in New York. What they did was they fed them the same things every single day. It was a kind of a good test group, right? And then the California mice, they started on one side was a blue and one side was green. I'm just using these as a reference point so you understand. The blue was poisonous food, the green wasn't, right? And when they saw one of their buddies die, they were like, huh. The next one died, huh. Next one died, huh. All of a sudden they all started like, you know what, fuck that one. People start dying. Don't eat the blue, people die, right? So the mice I identified right away, like, don't eat that blue food. That blue food is fucking deadly. Somehow, all the way in New York, the mice stopped eating the blue one as well.
And then not as many died.
No, they
there.
introduced it, and they wouldn't touch it
Really?
because they knew it was poisonous. Somehow,
So that's like that connectivity.
that's the
between
connectivity.
mice.
Yeah, they're saying species that are able to be connected in some way, shape, or fashion. Which is funny. It doesn't debunk creation. It almost like rises like, whoa, just another weird thing. Like when I say creation, I'm saying evolution, creation. People always go with, the two arguments, whatnot, science and fucking
Yeah,
religion, whatever the
science
case.
and
But
theology.
I mean, exactly. But there's some way we're all connected. We all know that, right? There's some way we're all connected,
I believe that we are somehow.
right? And when you start so there's people like me before. I've talked about 5-10 years ago. Would never believe that.
Like, you're crazy, man.
Yeah, like that. Now I'm so much more open to the idea of the meditation side of things. The different, I guess, the road to enlightenment is really what it is. Enlightening myself to more knowledge and allowing my body to try and get there, if you will.
Yeah, like trying to relieve the stress or just
Right.
trying to
Well, that's one thing. When
get
I
your
start
mind
doing,
in tune.
When I
Be
start doing
one
the
with
floats.
be one with the
Right.
universe or whatever.
Exactly. And that's like things like people do psychedelic drugs, people do all kinds of different stuff. Like I'm into the float tanks. Even music. They say music can do that too, dude. Music, that's why we're so drawn to music. Music can put you to that third eye, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get you into a mode where you're thinking clearer, your stress levels have dropped, you're more motivated. And it does. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of those things. Why? Because certain sounds and tones, for some reason, connect with us better and help us get more relaxed. I do those flow tanks, right? Those are the things I fucking believe in that shit. Those 45 minutes is equivalent to 6 hours of sleep, I believe it is. And it's been proven to help people with post-traumatic stress and other things.
There's I've seen a couple of videos where people were like, those deprivation chambers, they're shit. Like, you're full of shit. And they're like, all right, we'll just try it for an hour. Like, put them in there for an hour. And they open the door and they're like, oh, we're done? They're like, yeah. They're like, that was an hour? Like, yeah. Like, wow. Like,
Dude, you lose time.
Yeah, they're like, wow, that was, can I stay longer? Like,
if you go in there with a problem, you'll come out of there with an answer. And if you're doing it right. If you're going in there with a positive attitude, thinking like, okay, cool, I'm going to use this for what it is. I'm going to use it for the medical tool it potentially can be. Stressed about taxes, stressed about kids, stressed about relationships, whatever the case. You go to a float tank. One of my buddies owns ones in Colorado Springs. My boy Jason, and he's the one who got me involved in it. And he was an ex-Delta operator or former Delta operator, retired and started doing that, and just went the complete route of, bro, let me show you the light. Right?
Go with the Zen here.
Yeah, and it's great, dude. I believe in it. I think a lot of you tough dudes out there, or naysayers out there that don't believe in going to counseling or don't want to do counseling or whatever the case. Some of you wives out there that want to get your husband some help, maybe some counseling. He doesn't want to listen. Just get some time in a float tank. Try that out. I swear to you, it's the reset button.
Everybody that's done it just tell me the same thing. I really want to try
It's
it.
a reset button. We'll go do it next week. When you get back on vacation, we'll do it. It's my treat.
All right.
My treat. We'll do it. Hey, maybe when you're in California. If we're in California, maybe we'll do it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I got some friends out there that probably own one, so we can try and jump in there. The other thing I was going to say, you know what they say how long you should hold a hug for to really get the endorphins out?
How long?
20 seconds.
20-second hug? I can go for that.
Yeah, so anyone out there, is you guys going to give someone a hug? Count down. Make it real weird. 19, 18, 17.
Well, I read that like women, it affects women more than it does men. Like hugs. Like women need to be hugged every day. Like kind of deal.
Dude, have you seen the way we sleep? We have a king-size bed, and I can't even fucking get my own space. She sleeps like on top of me. It's ridiculous, bro.
It's a full night's sleep worth of hug.
Yeah, it's a full night of hugs. She feels great. The more she's re-energized, and I'm fucking smoked.
Why are you so tired? I've been hugging you all night.
Dude, we got about 15 minutes left to show, and what I want to get to is the pet peeves. And the reason why we got pet peeves is because my daughter the other day reminded me of something that fucking drives me insane. And that is the people that put milk inside their bowl before they put fucking cereal in it. That fucking drives me nuts. Someone like that you cannot trust. Someone like that is like, I wouldn't even let you babysit my kids, you fucking creep, because you can't even think of the thought process of how to put cereal in a bowl correctly. How do you know how much milk to put in? That makes no sense. Every single piece of cereal, each different kind of cereal has a different density.
That's true.
So how the fuck do you know how much milk to put in? And then what? Then you got to put more milk in the motherfucker? You just did 2 times the work. Dude, it pisses me off. I even said on my fucking Twitter, I posted like, if you do that shit, like, you're not my fucking friend. You're a fucking creep. You're not to be trusted.
Yeah, you said like you're to be trusted.
You're not to be trusted, because let's be real here. If you do that, you might as well put your fucking shoes on, then your socks. Right?
Speaking of the shoes and socks thing,
Let's what?
It's the socks wearing flip flops.
You don't like that?
Oh no, especially in plus you add jeans into that.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts.
Oh my god.
I kind of have a thing, like, I don't wear flip flops that often because I feel like you can't really.
You know what's funny?
Save somebody if they run into a building or something like that.
In LA, people wear socks with flip flops all the time.
Oh,
all the time.
And that's our biggest.
You know what's funny?
Those are our biggest listeners out there too. Like
Christy goes fucking nuts when the kids try and do that. She goes, "What are you doing? Go put shoes on." I think it's funny.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, dude, this is great.
Are you reading these?
Yeah, I don't even know how to say this guy's name. June Thor.
Junther. Let's go.
John. There's James Bishop. James Bishop says right here, he goes, the motherfuckers who wear the Bluetooth thing in their ear. Dude, back when it was cool, it was still not fucking cool,
no,
dude.
never. It's never been cool. My brother gets so pissed off, like his anger level goes from 0 to about 9 when he sees that shit.
It drives me fucking. You know, it's even funny when you try and talk to them. When they start talking, you're thinking, "Oh, what was that? Oh, fuck you, asshole!"
And they look at you and they give you that like one finger, like 1 second.
Like I'm on the phone, asshole. You're like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know those things still existed. You fucking creep." It's so weird, dude.
I wonder how many people are gonna be offended with our.
Well, if you have a Bluetooth thing still, you're weird. Some guys like it's for business. Vladimir Perez. Let's see. Vladimir Perez. Hold on. Let me read his profile real quick. Strike Force Energy. It gives you wings. Hey, Vladimir, what's going on? That's just a free shout out to fucking Strike Force Energy. I love you guys. I can't take it anymore because my heart is fucked up. TP is over, not under. So this guy likes his toilet paper over. This is a post that we put. We put a picture of a toilet paper. How do you like your toilet paper?
Over. It's always got to be over. Like
why not under?
I don't know. It just.
You would think it should be presented to you, right? Like it
Absolutely.
should be presented. Like come to
Or
me.
if you pull it, like it's not gonna just freaking
Well,
shoot out all over the
well,
ground.
here's the thing: if it's under, then what if it gets pulled to perfectly where you have to reach under and try and then you have to unravel the fucking thing? That's stupid.
Yeah, you just want to wipe. You don't
You
want
know,
to stay
I
there any
think
longer.
some people that are careless to put their fucking toilet paper on the wrong way. They're not to be trusted.
Not to be trusted.
Not to be
Who else
trusted.
is out there not to be trusted?
Long nose hairs, dude. Dude, this is my boy, dude. This is so old, dude. Dude, check this out. I actually have waxed my nose hairs recently because we got this waxing. It's painful, but dude,
Oh, that's gonna be so painful.
but nose hairs is a thing for me too. I actually have to pull my own nose hairs because they grow fast as fuck, dude. When you're older,
Oh, you get older, everything
dude,
starts growing faster.
and I have to
everywhere.
fucking pluck the shit out of these motherfuckers. But yeah, hey, all you guys have ever done that? Try the hard wax and put that in your nose. That's fucking wild.
When you get older, like the hair grows faster, and some other things just start to shrink.
Oh yeah, dude. Here's one that says when you're talking to someone. Blackstone. Let's see. Blackstone says when you're talking to someone, they have to answer their phone. They say excuse me
Without saying
saying excuse me. Oh, without saying excuse. He's like the guy from Dogma. Was like, did you say excuse me? Did you say bless you?
Yeah, well, because you didn't say God bless you.
You didn't say God bless you, dude. That's funny. Excuse me. Well, yeah, you should say excuse me. That's just fucking polite. What's wrong with you?
Absolutely.
This guy is hipsters. What the hell? Okay. Mouth noises, chomping gum. You know what? When I get really comfortable, I chomp my gum. I do. Open mouth chew. It's just when I'm comfortable. When I'm just relaxing. Yeah.
It's like a relaxation thing.
But I don't let my kids do. When I see my kids eating with their mouth open, I'm like, close your mouth. Were you raised in a barn? You see any other good ones in there?
I see the energy friend. He says people who use Siri or OK Google while sitting on the couch with their phone in their hand. Are you really too lazy to type it in? Do we all really need to know what you're looking up?
That's so funny, dude. The energy fiend.
Fiend, yeah, the energy fiend.
Energy Food and Beverage Company. Oh, cool. I was just checking out his Instagram. It looks good there, bud. Yeah, dude. I mean, you just can't be that lazy. That's a thing, though.
I don't use Google Voice or I
don't do it either.
It's just too much time for me. Like figure it out. Like I just don't really want to deal with all that.
Yeah, no, I don't fuck with it. Like fuck Siri. Dude.
I actually get mad when I mess up, and it's like, what would you speak into it? Speak command.
Dude, I don't even know what goes on my phone. Sometimes it just starts reading what's on the fucking page. Like somehow it automatically does. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? What else is it? Children screaming and throwing fits in public, dude. That's just a parent pet peeve of mine. Like my kids would never do that. If they did, I don't think I'd ever go to public ever again. Like fuck no, that's embarrassing. No, I don't allow that to happen. It drives me nuts.
I think I've said it before. Like I will be like, I'll ask kids where their parents are at and be like, hey, you keep your kid under control.
We'll find another one right now, but give me a second. One of my personal ones is being late. I am never late.
Yeah, you're a very punctual person.
I'm earlier, and if I'm late, I'm stressed. If I'm 15 minutes late, if I'm 15 minutes early, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I have to be early enough that if there's a car accident and we have to scrape people off the fucking road, I'm still going to be on time.
It's that traffic thing, too.
Yeah. I do.
Because you never know if you're going to hit traffic or not, especially here.
Another pet peeve of mine is like I'm very controlling with my life situation because I'm not in control of a lot of stuff outside of that, right? Like I can't control filming. I don't control business.
Can't control the weather.
No, but when I come home, it's how I say goes, right? You know what I mean? And if it's not, I get uncomfortable. Like kids go to sleep at 8. Kids go clean your room. Like I just have to be in charge. It's the drill sergeant in me. It's just because everything outside of life I can't control. So when I'm home, it's my rules.
One thing that bothers me is time still left on the microwave.
Oh, that's great.
That's one of the things that gets me. I always have to zero it out.
I won't eat the last of the milk.
No,
like the last drops of the milk is disgusting. I don't even know if it is. I just feel like it is. I won't touch it. And I sniff milk every time. It always smells bad. Like I sniff everything. You know the
date's like 2 weeks old.
Yeah,
like
I smell
overdue.
it. I smell it. If it smells just a little bit weird, nope, I won't do it.
It's done. Are you a big smells person like that?
I smell everything. I smell everything. I have an issue with that, but I smell everything. You know, the other thing is like I won't drink after my kids. I'll never.
You don't drink after anybody.
No, I don't drink after. No, fuck no. My wife I do, but that's it.
Yeah, I've noticed that you don't drink after anybody.
I won't drink after anyone. No, if they wanted here to sip, take it. Nope.
And you're always just like, hey, can I get a sip of that? And like, yeah, like if they can't take a drink out of it first, and you pop the lid off of a cup, and then sip out of it, and then pop it back in.
I do my best not to touch it, not to touch anyone else's stuff. There's a lot of little pet peeves of mine, man. What else? What do you got here? It says people talk so damn loud in public on their cell phones. Yeah, I hate that. When my kid does that, when we're just sitting there, she goes, "Oh my god, Dad, this happened at school today." I'm like, "Shut up! who the hell are you talking to? Because I'm right freaking here. Like, the people next door having a nice dinner with their family doesn't need to hear your story about freaking high school kids. Jesus.
Kids can be just so loud like that, though.
They're just having a good time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Here's a good one. This is a wife one. This is funny because I hate when my wife asks what she wants to pick up for takeout. We're busy cooking, blah, 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 blah. I don't want that. What the fuck? Dude, yes. It's the thing where women don't make decisions, right?
Oh, yeah. That
drives me up the wall.
It's constantly, like, I don't care.
Because here's me. Whatever you want, I'm good with. What do you want? I don't know. Fuck.
Because you're not a picky, like...
No, I'm not picky. I just want to fucking eat.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking eat. So it's like, what do you want? And then I'm always like, it's whatever you want. You name it. We'll fucking eat. Dude, if you want fucking, dude, Benejanas, fine. Fuck it.
We'll try to find one.
Let's go get it.
Well, then somebody name a restaurant. I don't care.
What?
I think somebody named a restaurant. I don't care.
That's great.
So when you ask your wife where you want to go, I don't care. Yeah,
Fuck, that's genius.
It's like you kind of just made the decision for
That is so genius. I love that. Any other pet peeves you got?
Not that I can really think of. No.
Oh my God! I just. There's so many things. There's so many things. It's funny.
The last one I could think of was the time on the microwave. That just for some reason.
That's so funny.
Bothers me.
So, oh yeah, Paul just mentioned he likes his toilet paper a certain way as well. That's funny.
Likes it folded like an airplane.
Yeah,
to start off.
Yeah, I stopped even wipe my ass. I just jump straight in the shower and just clean it off. I'm just kidding. Chris is gonna be like, "You're disgusting." Oh man, I hate a bad haircut. I hate a bad haircut.
For yourself?
If I get a bad haircut, I'll go to a second place and get another haircut.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, I've done it before. Either way.
You just sit there and you're just like, you look in the mirror and you go, "Ooh, that's terrible." All right, here's your money. I'll still even tip the barber though.
Yeah. Hey, if you're still listening, let's go over some of the sponsors.
Oh, there you go.
Completely forgot to do the sponsors today. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But hey, obviously, from one of our sponsors, the Warfighter Tobacco. Check out Warfighter Tobacco. You can use the promo code Rocco, ROCCO. I believe it is for 20% off or 10% off, or is it 20% off? Might be 20% off, but if you guys don't know.
If you put it in, they'll give you something.
Put it in, there'll be some kind of discount for you. I'll get this figured out one of these days. But Warfighter Tobacco, if you guys don't know, it's a small company. Been around for about 1.5 years now. It's doing very well because of you guys, the guests, the supporters, the veterans, the law enforcement officers, and cigar smokers. And we appreciate you guys. I am one of the owners of Warfighter Tobacco. And again, I appreciate you guys for supporting us. Another one of our sponsors is Warfighter Hemp. Warfighter Hemp is a CBD oil. For a lot of you guys that are not in the military, I'm gonna recommend not in the military for the fact that it's not completely proven that it won't show up on a piss test. Now, I'll tell you this right now. I wouldn't bank my career on it. That's what I'm going to tell you that.
The military doesn't allow
any CBD anyways.
No.
Correct?
No CBD oil.
No CBD oil. But either way, other people in other careers, if you're tested, I would ask them about it first. Again, this is hemp. This is not any psychedelic actions to it, but it will help with joints issues, migraines, sleep issues, post-traumatic stress, they say. So things like that. I recommend you guys go try it. Go check it out. So again, hemp. warfighterhemp.com.
Yeah, I've actually been looking into it a little bit too. There's a lot more benefits to it.
You should actually try it. You should get some and try it, actually. Why not?
Just for whatever reason. Just clean something up. I don't know.
Because why not? You're allowed to try it. Another one of our sponsors is beer.com. This is another company that I do own. Started this about on September 15th. We launched and it's done well. One of the owners with me is is Tank Machine. God, I'm all over the place right now. 2 beers, and you see how crazy I get?
Everything's Warfighter.
Everything is Warfighter. And Warfighter Tobacco again sponsors us. But either way, beer.com. Beer.com. You guys go check it out. It's called beer.com. We got from mustache waxes to beard oils to shampoos, conditioners. You got some pomades, whatever you guys need, we have. There's razors, there's all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. It should be your place to go. You've got the main brand we have is Manor. Stay maintained. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. What's another one of our sponsors still? I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head.
Lead Slinger's Whiskey.
Lead Slinger's Whiskey is the best whiskey of the land. It's the unicorn of whiskey. Or should I call it the rhinoceros of whiskey?
You got to listen to the whole show to understand that joke. But Let's Drink Whiskey, it's out there. It's about 15 different states now. We're working on finishing off on some Florida. We're finishing off on some Arizona and as well as Washington State. So it's out there. Hit up the social media for letsdrinkerswhiskey.com. Hit up Let's Drinkers Whiskey on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll be able to find a location for you. There's a couple places you could actually order online, but you'll have to pay some serious shipping costs. Who else is there?
Yeah, Warfighter. All right.
Warfighter
No,
Tobacco.
I'm messing up.
Warfighter Tobacco. What else?
Combat flip flops.
Combat Flip Flops. Check out Combat Flip Flops. Use Vinny Rock, VINNYROC for 20% off. I'm just going to say 20% off for all these because I have no fucking clue.
Well, some of them's 10.
Someone's 10, yeah, but
I
either way.
think Warfighter Hemp is 10.
Warfighter Hemp is 10, and that's Vinny Rock as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got Combat Flip Flops. Go check them out. You guys don't know. Two of the guys who own it for sure are Army Rangers. The other guys I'm not sure so much, but the two I've served with. One of them actually saved my career by finding my rifle during a land navigation training as a new private. I am a fucking idiot. Yes.
That was me.
That was me, and that's why I have Combat Flip Flops tattooed on my foot. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, you've always wondered about that probably, but that's
did.
why.
I didn't really notice it. I seen you had a tattoo on your foot. You got a few of them, so I don't really.
Yeah, I got a few weird ones.
I don't just sit there and look at your tattoos.
You
But
check out my toes, you creep.
you're
No.
a sicko.
Another one of our sponsors is Valor Agave. Well, what Valor is the agave is a sweetener. You can put it in your drinks. It's all natural. You can find it on Amazon. Now, to find it on Amazon, it is not easy. You have to go to Valor. What is it? How do you do
Valor Spirits.
it? Valor Spirits on Amazon. You'll find it. You guys can check out their Instagram. We've posted a picture of them before. It's Valor Spirits Inc. Valor Spirits Inc. for their Instagram. Go check them out, man. Those are two combat veterans doing their thing, and they're out there just trying to make it happen. Another one is Willie Pete's chocolate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dude,
They got some good spicy chocolate.
crazy
It's
good
like pepper
chocolates, man.
infused.
Dude, give me their Instagram right now so we can throw it out there. But Willie Pete's chocolate, where is it? Dang it! Either way, Willie Pete's chocolate. If you guys check them out, I didn't expect to even mention them today, but I will throw it out there. It's a veteran-owned company. He's making chocolates out of coffee. He's making chocolates out of cherries. He's growing his own peppers to make them spicy. I'm talking. He even has one that's made. I think it's the Moab is what he calls it, and that one's made out of a Reaper pepper. if I'm correct,
Yeah, he said he's got some extremely hot ones. out
dude.
there.
And they have the rating on each of them. There's one it has marshmallows, it has chocolate, it has almonds in it. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I see. He's got a picture of a Reaper right there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Where is it? Man, there it
Willie
is.
Pete's Chocolate Company.
There you go. Willie Pete's Chocolate Co. Check them out on Instagram. Again, they have some amazing stuff. You guys want to check them out, williepetes.com is the website. It's WILLYPETES.com. Check them out. Any more sponsors we have?
I think we got the Vinny Rock box coming out soon, and like the people that
Yes.
helped us, sent us a lot of stuff. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys that's been sending us stuff for the Vinny Rock box. We're going to try and get them out tomorrow. We've been a little behind on that. We're going to be picking 4 tomorrow. We'll pick 4 tomorrow.
Absolutely. We have
Okay.
to pick 4
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're picking 4 tomorrow. We'll do that. And as well as you guys, don't forget your Vinny Rock podcast shirts are online right now. Go to vinnyrock.com. Don't forget, go to vinnyrock.com. I just put out a blog. You guys can check out new videos. I got another one coming out here probably the next 3 weeks for beer.com and several other things.
Will
And
they
again,
will they be able to sign up for the news?
you just sign up for the newsletter. If it doesn't work, let me know. All right, guys, we're out of here. I'm trying to take Mama out to dinner.
Thank you.
Later.